I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, the passing game will be a focus. The 49ers are #1 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the Seahawks team that will need to avoid those turnovers. So for the call of this Week 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. In motion right, Macklin. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Cuts it out to the sideline. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Our eyes and attention are on the fullback. Big-time carry, big yardage. But how about the guys up front, the offensive line? A lot of people think they may have to block it differently for the fullback to get big yardage. They really don't. Because he's big, strong, and powerful, a lot of times he makes his own way. They may not have to block as hard.
Throwing, Mariota. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Macklin, the man in motion right. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Michael Kendricks is an inside linebacker who can roam sideline to sideline and make plays.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's Mariota. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Give him 17. Red zone opportunity. And the D looking like they may blitz. In motion right, Macklin. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Now there's a great example of why he gets the ball in certain situations. Who's going to take that big guy on? Breaks a couple of tackles and picks up a nice gain.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Mariota looking for someone to throw to. Flushed out right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be third down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Play action now. Mariota. And he looks locates Josh Hill, complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Josh Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First carry for Thomas Rawls. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They run with a power back, Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Only needed a yard, instead went. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. In there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Macklin, the man in motion right. Now Mariota. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. The play clock's running down, and they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Latavius Murray, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From the end zone, Newton. And he finds a man on the crossing route. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete here to bring up fourth down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So on fourth down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
In motion, right, Macklin. Mariota, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll send Parker in motion right. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
2nd down, Mariota. It's caught inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
In the red zone this time. They'll come out in the pistol. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Latavius Murray with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the 49ers add on to their lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And out now come the Seahawks. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And it'll be a pick up here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Here's Newton now on second down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a 3-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Play action. It's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and
across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Latavius Murray with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he puts it through. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Wake up! Check! Crunch! Come on now!
Now a first down throw for Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll send Parker in motion right. To throw Mariota. Surveying the field. Going right side here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. Now Mariota. And over the middle, this is Parker. They'll get 6 on the dump-off, but it'll bring up a fourth down. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on fourth. Fourth down, Mariota. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
That's the type of play there that puts a defense into stress. Marcus Mariota on the run. You don't know whether he's going to take it downfield or throw the footballs we just saw there. And boy, was he accurate with that one.
And you know, the Oregon coaches offered him a scholarship without ever seeing him start a game because they saw him in camp. They saw plays like that. Offered him.
He didn't start very much in high school, but he started a lot once he got to Oregon. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Going to throw right side here, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Play fake. Mariota. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Charles Clay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. And it's up and good. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And it's brought in by Eric Decker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 1st and 10, Newton going to Rawls on the dump-off. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. 1st down, this is Rawls. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They'll send Parker in motion right. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Mariota. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On second down, Mariota again, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught, Jeremy Maclin. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On second down, here's Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Play action, it's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Following the interception here, Mariota. It's complete to Parker, left side. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play.
Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They'll try to get the running game going with Rolls. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now they're in the hurry-up. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Right side, there's Decker. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They'll send Parker in motion right. Now Mariota. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. And an alley to run. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Down to the 44. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. They come up in an offset eye. Throwing is Newton. Incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And able to find Decker. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Wilson Parker in motion right. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Mariota going right side here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Escaping the pressure right, and he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Wilson Parker in motion right. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. 26 yards on the play there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
They'll send Parker in motion right. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Mariota now on second down. It's complete to Parker left side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. They'll send Parker in motion right. Throwing is Mariota. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Charles Clay is tied in the intended target, and it brings up fourth down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. They'll send Parker in motion right. Mariota now. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Here's Newton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Newton now on second down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push them back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Back to throw, Newton. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Mariota on 3rd and 2. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Following the interception here, Mariota. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
They'll send Parker in motion right. To throw is Mariota. And over the middle, this is Parker. 11 yards for number 11. Shift together here from the D-line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll send Parker in motion right. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
White will go in motion right. Here's Mariota. His throw caught right around the 6. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a play fake here on first down. This will be caught at about the 5. 1 yard is the gain there. It'll bring up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now Ellington. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Off play action. Newton out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Todd Davis in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Second down now after the incompletion. Macklin, the man in motion right. Mariota. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
In motion right, Macklin. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And down to the 36-yard line here. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Mariota now. Looking left side. That's caught by Macklin. They'll give him a yard on the play. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.